It's you! It's really you! I can hardly believe my optical circuits.
Chikaro, I don't think I can take any more flapping out of that synthesized yap.
All bluster aside, this planet's inhabitants are not to be trifled with. The Nova Blades in particular are a powerful and organized group. That is why we intend to depower and disorganize them by firing from Chikaro's ship on the targets of your choosing.
If you miss, you make me look bad. Don't miss.
With your guidance, we couldn't possibly miss. I'd wish you good luck if I thought you'd need it. We'll keep in touch.
It's like a war zone, Commodore. We're gonna lose everything if we don't airlift what's left to the slave camp.
And we're not backing down just because some upstart crew thinks they got what it takes to break us. Buckle down, be a Nova Blade, and kill whoever's messing with us.
But Commodore Margok...
You heard him. Kill whoever's messing with you. Or try, at least.
I took down a dozen contenders to get this post. I ain't even a little bit scared of you.
I was hoping you'd pick that one.
The job's done.
Excellent news, but it's only our first step.
Someone called Margok is in charge of the Nova Blades. He'll get us closer to the Revanites.
Yes, he will, but he is safely inside his headquarters. We must set his operations into a state of disarray, send his forces scattering.
I intercepted some chatter about a slave camp. Well, more like a slave island.
I heard one of their lieutenants mention it.
Basically, anyone in Raiders Cove who doesn't give the Nova Blades a slice of their action or whatever gets locked away. Some get put into hazardous labor, like mining, but most are sold as slaves to visitors from off-world. It's a lucrative business for the Blades.
So just like their supply cache, if I destroy the assets, they're left with nothing.
Whoa, if you're suggesting what I think you are...
As you said yourself, these slaves are assets. They're also enemies of the Nova Blades, which makes them all the more valuable to us alive.
You'll have to slip in with one of the Nova Blades' cargo shipments. I'm sure the island's heavily guarded, so try not to get killed.
I believe Theron means to say he's concerned for your safety, as am I. May the Force serve you well.
Chikaro, I have a pickup for you.
C2D4 here. We have your coordinates and are on our way.
Been mining exonium for the Blades every day for 2 years. All to pay off a lousy $3,000 I owed. And I ain't the only one.
Tell your sob story to someone who cares.
Ain't going after sympathy. Just letting you know none of us got any love from Margok and his crew. Even in this place, we hear stuff. About your gang, the way you've been making life ugly for the Blades. We want to be a part of that.
You want to work for me?
Hey, we're good at a whole lot of stuff. Tell you what, get in touch with a pal of mine in Raiders Cove. Harlow Ricks. Check in with Ricks from time to time, tell him what you want us to do, and we'll do it. Simple as that. You get nice and close to Margok. You give him one for me, alright?
I'd say the Nova Blades are properly distracted, wouldn't you?
That would be an understatement. Theron's been monitoring communications. You've caused quite a stir.
Want some gratification? Here, check this out. Just recorded.
They're blasting up my supplies, my foot soldiers, taking my workers. What are you people prepared to do about it?
This appears to be your problem, not ours.
How would you like it if I made it your personal problem? Give me Revan. I want to talk to Revan.
No, I don't think so.
You don't put Revan on, the Nova Blades stop rerouting galactic traffic. That ain't negotiable.
Revan.
Commodore Margok, are you threatening to alter the terms of our deal? I paid you to do a job and you've done it well. But that's over now. I no longer have any use for your Nova Blades.
Hey, I know Torch and her Mandalorian clan up and left us. But the Blades still got a lot to offer.
Not if you don't have your own house in order. Put an end to the upstart causing you trouble, and I'll consider resuming our alliance.
You really did it. You got them running scared.
This is no time to let up. I'm going to get back out there and finish this.
Now, not to sell you short or anything, don't think this'll be a cakewalk all of a sudden.
The Nova Blades still have an impressive roster of hardened criminals at their disposal, and the aggressor is still heavily fortified.
The aggressor's their headquarters. You've seen it. A crashed ship Margok turned into a fortress. Can't get in without the proper security codes.
That won't be a problem for me.
We'll get Jakaro to lend a hand all the same.
If nothing else, the activity will keep him from picking apart D4 any further.
Theron.
Finally in. Nice work. Now to see where Margok's hiding all his secrets.
You dirty, no-good pirate scum.
The Howling Tempest gang was made up. Never existed. You're about to wish you were dealing with some random band of raiders.
We'll have to see about that. My forebears founded Raiders Cove. This is my island, and I'm not giving it up. So come on in. Do your worst. In the end, you ain't coming out alive.
So you blew our cover, huh? Luckily, I can jam the aggressor's external comms. About all I can do right now, though. They've got live slicers and they're managing network security on the fly. I can't do anything until they're offline.
I'll handle it.
I'm sure you will.
This is my ship. Think you can just walk on in and be left alive?
Theron, are you getting this?
Loud and clear. I'm in. Full access.
This is the sort of momentum we could never create on our own. We need to maintain that momentum. Surely if the Revanites are done with the Nova Blades, as Revan indicated, they're on to the next stage of their plan.
Say all you like about Revan, he was never as powerful a Sith as I am now.
It's not just Revan here, it's all his co-conspirators. We don't know how many in the Republic and Empire are pulling strings for him.
While Theron's pulling down data, I suggest you start to make your way back to Raiders Cove. Hopefully you'll have found something of use by then.
What have we learned from the aggressor?
Very little, I'm afraid. It would appear someone took it upon themselves to corrupt much of the data as a last resort.
It's a real mess, getting fragments but nothing incredibly coherent. The one thing that does keep turning up is the Mandalorian Margok brought up earlier, the one they call Torch.
What about her?
Well, it looks like Torch and Margok were thick as thieves for a while, then something happened. Had to do with the Revanites. Don't really know the details, but it looks like Torch moved her whole clan to another island here on Rishi. I've got the coordinates.
There has to be something better to go on than an island of Mandalorians with vague motives.
It's the best we have for now, so it will have to do.
If I find anything else, we'll have Jakaro look into it.
I'm sending Jakaro out on a scouting run. I've made local arrangements for your transportation should he not return in time.
Wow. You've been busier than I thought.
Get whatever information you can from the Mandalorians. With any luck, they'll lead us to the Revanites.
My dear friend, the Wrath. Always a pleasure to see you intact.
Darth Theron, this is unexpected.
Well, what's life without a few surprises? There are matters I'd like to discuss in person, and I happen to be near the Rishi system. Perhaps we can meet, enjoy a respite from the bloodshed and destruction.
You are neither my friend nor my ally. Barriss is gone, and our pact is ended. What use are you to me now?
You wound me, Wrath. But I've endured worse. We have much to gain from one another. Wisdom to trade that runs deeper than war. And it may be some time before the opportunity comes again. I will await you at these coordinates as long as I can, but I dare not linger. Good day.
My good Wrath, you look the same as ever. How many Jedi have you slain today?
We meet again, Theron.
In all seriousness, how are you? I understand you've been working tirelessly for our Empire. Is it satisfying, your craft? Putting down huts and cults here and there?
Our Empire is surrounded by those who would destroy us. I stand in their way. You know this.
I do, and I admire your handiwork. Yet, I worry for your future. The Republic claims the Emperor is dead, but I hear rumors to the contrary. The game pieces are moving.
Speak plainly.
Consider this. The last Wrath of the Emperor served in that position for centuries, only departing after turning traitor. As I understand, you never chose to become the Wrath. The position was thrust upon you. What is it that you truly desire?
I am the Emperor's wrath. I do not seek. I am our master's fury embodied, and to doubt that is to voice treason.
Ah, Wrath, forgive the confused words of an old man. I worry for you, and forget the glory of serving our Emperor. I have a gift to aid your endeavors. I have come upon indications that you are being watched, and have been for some time. These spies are mechanical, but ingeniously hidden using combinations of ancient and modern technology, welded into form using the Force.
How did you learn about this? And who is behind these spies?
How must remain a secret so long as the spies may be listening. Who is a mystery to me. But we can find answers. An associate of mine with connections in the Gree Enclave manufactured this, a device to reveal your foe. Use it to reclaim your privacy if you wish, or to look upon the face of your watchers.
How does it work?
Activation is simple, but I draw your foes somewhere remote. The jungle, perhaps, to avoid interference. There is more I'd offer you, but not until I'm certain we are alone.
Those who seek to manipulate me come to bloody ends, Theron. If these spies are your enemies instead of mine...
Then they will not deal the first blow, and you will know. I will remain on Rishi as long as I can. Good hunting, Wrath.
When he returns, there will be peace. The Roscan Sea do not permit this. When he returns, all stars will die. The Ross disobeys programming. Darkness must be preserved. When he returns, there will be silence. The Ross cannot know. The ritual must proceed.
Wrath. This explains much.
7-1.
You should not have destroyed the Opticrons. The droids exist so that we may know you. You exist so that you may serve our master.
You have no need to know my every movement. The droids were an insult.
We determine our needs. You are an instrument of our master's will. Perhaps you have spent too much time serving among the fleets and the Dark Council. First Ilum, then Makeb, and on the list goes. What does not threaten the Emperor is not your concern. We fear you forget this.
The events on those planets concern the fate of the entire Empire. I will not ignore our enemies.
We are at a delicate juncture. Your past choices are of mixed merit. Trust that we will inform you when you are needed. Now, I understand Darth Vowran sought to meet you here. He has committed crimes against the Hand.
What sort of crimes?
He sought to learn our secrets and interrogated a servant. We believe he is fleeing to the unmapped stars of the Rishi maze. Did he reach you? If he left this world only recently, we might still find him.
Vowran was the one to tell me of the droids. He must have known they belonged to the Hand. I will see to his death myself.
No. The chase may be long and you shall be needed soon. Others will make certain he is punished. We will not ask that you stay your saber and return to the tranquility of our fortress. Your edge must not be dulled. Have faith that all questions, all concerns, will shortly be resolved. The Emperor is returning, and we will fuel his flame.
Your cryptic words mean nothing. How will he return? What does it mean to fuel his flame?
Fear not. It will be glorious. Be ready, mighty Roth. Soon, you will fulfill your true destiny.
Approaching Torches Island. Torch.
Shay Visla. That little nickname the locals came up with. Hell if I know why.
You recently had a falling out with the Revanites and the Nova Blades. Tell me everything.
Oh, tell you everything. Sure, of course. Because I never had a Sith try to assert themselves before. Tell you what. Instead of whatever grand gesture of cooperation you thought might happen here, why don't we try something a little different? Been a while since I had a decent challenge. I'm taking this opportunity to show my clan how it's done. Here we go! Nordrolsha! Try harder! Pushing yourself or not? I thought you could fight. Pushing yourself or not? Dirty! Dirty! taking you down. Now the real fighting starts! Won't let you win. Not bad. Son of a... Okay, so I'm a little rustier than I'd like to admit. But just a little. Felt good to be in a real scrap for once.
If I'm not mistaken, Mandalorian duels are meant to be to the death.
1, you aren't Mando. 2, that was just a fun bit of sparring. So... you know the Blades went and partnered up with the Revanites. Means you probably know they're up to no good. We helped out the Blades to have a good relationship with Raiders Cove. We didn't sign up for the Revanites in their all-out war, so we bailed.
Tell me where the Revanites are, and what I'm up against.
Afraid I don't have the where to give you, but I can clue you in on the what. A whole fleet of ships they've got parked somewhere around here. I wouldn't mind it a bit if you chased the Revanites out of Rishi. Off the radar is just how we like it here. Good hunting to you, Sith. Jesus Mandoade! Who's up for a Skarkla hunt?
I understand your frustration, Jakaro, but there's only so much of your bluster I'm prepared to take.
What's going on?
Theron's been captured by the Revanites. Data from the Nova Blades hinted at the location of a Revanite safe house in Raiders Cove. We looked into it and were ambushed.
You should have waited for me to finish with the Mandalorian clan. Absolutely stupid.
I'll concede we acted in haste. In retrospect, maybe the lead was simply too tempting for us to have trusted it. Whatever the case, I stand by my decision to not impede in Theron's abduction. And I know Theron would too. Now he's in a position to do what he does.
We're talking about a seasoned SIS operative. If the Revanites took him to their base, he could learn a lot.
Of course, if we're to make any use of that knowledge, we'll have to exfiltrate him all the same. Hopefully you fared better with the Mandalorians.
Revan has a fleet of warships on standby.
Of course. From examining the Nova Blades data, it looks as though they've been routing Imperial and Republic fleets here to Rishi.
So, the Empire and Republic are drawn into a full-scale battle, and whoever's left standing, the Revanites pick off.
And we still don't know who we can trust. We need to interfere with the Revanites' plans, if not stop them outright.
Yes, it's true. I was able to pinpoint several communications originating from another island. I'm told there's a Rishi village on the outskirts. I can't imagine they would resent our presence there.
Do you think it matters to me if they mind?
I was only pointing out that they're not terribly concerned with the affairs of others.
We have to assume Revan's expecting a resistance force now. You should expect to find patrols along the way.